morning. Welcome to the South Ops Fire Weather Webcast for Thursday, August 20th. I'm your host, Kristen Stewart. A shallow marine layer continues to remain in place this morning as high pressure dominates over California. Low clouds have spread into the coastal valleys and coastal slopes of central California, though not quite as deeply as the last couple days. There also continues to be sporadic low cloud coverage farther south. As is usual this time of year, clouds should clear nicely over the next few hours. In addition to the marine layer cloud coverage, there is also a large swath of mid and high-level clouds across our deserts that are associated with an easterly wave currently moving through southern Arizona. There is very little convective activity within this disturbance this morning, so the main impacts from it will be increased cloud cover and some breezy easterly winds. There will be very little change in the overall weather pattern over the coming days, with conditions feeling very typical for late August standards. Strong high pressure will remain the dominant weather feature, centered over the desert southwest and Four Corners region through at least mid-next week. Weak Pacific troughing offshore will still try to fight it by pushing against the western edge of the high. As we move into the back half of the weekend and into early next week, the center of the high pressure area will move a bit farther to the east and thus slightly weaken over California, but still remain the dominant feature overall. As a result, conditions will remain slightly warmer than average, with afternoon and evening monsoonal activity across the deserts and portions of the higher terrain. Model projections have been hinting at a pattern change back to a large trough over the west coast for the very end of the month into the beginning of September, but that is still too far out in time to really speculate on. As high pressure continues to dominate, temperatures across the region are generally expected to range around 5 to 10 degrees above seasonal averages through the forecast period. Highs will be in the 90s to around 103 across the valleys, 70s and 80s closer to the coast and for the lower mountains, and around 110 for the low desert. There should be little in the way of day-to-day changes in temperatures through the weekend. Then, with high pressure shifting a bit farther to the east early next week, we should see some slight cooling, especially closer to the coast. In addition to the warmer temperatures, humidity will remain near typical levels, with minimums largely in the 10 to 25% range across the interior, driest for the deserts as usual. The marine layer will remain persistent near the coast, keeping humidity much higher there, along with occasional bouts of low clouds. After a bit of a hiatus in monsoonal activity, we should start to see a resurgence of shower and thunderstorms across the deserts and higher terrain now that the high pressure is in a bit of a more favorable position to bring in subtropical moisture from the south to southeasterly flow aloft. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected to return across the Sierra, deserts, and southern and eastern portions of the SoCal mountains this afternoon, then likely continue each day in the afternoon hours through early next week. Like we have been seeing recently, storms in these areas are likely to produce enough rainfall to preclude any significant fire weather issues with any lightning strikes. Now that we are in a warmer and drier period as compared to the other week, fire danger indices will continue to gradually increase back to more seasonable summertime levels. Burn periods will become longer and fuel receptivity will increase, with the potential for significant growth on well-aligned starts. We are not expecting any critical fire weather conditions as there will be no extreme heat or significant wind, so fire potential will remain around seasonably elevated levels overall. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Our next webcast will be on Friday, August 21st. Have a fantastic day.